us, this is what carnival season is supposed to look like. But the crowds and camaraderie may have to give way to something that looks like this. Nearly empty streets is what's needed to protect each other from yet another surge of this dangerous virus. But this is what it looked like last weekend, and the city says it's ready to unveil a plan to keep this from happening again. And as we get closer and closer to Mardi Gras, you can expect some new rules in place from the city of New Orleans. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. Those rules are expected to be announced tomorrow, but we're already getting an idea of what could happen. As Mike McDaniel explains, business closures and checkpoints are on the table.
Just a few steps off Bourbon Street,
Order everything that you have to
Adina DeFelice
and hope for the best.
is trying to prepare for an unpredictable Mardi Gras at the Starlight. Because of the pandemic, the bar, which caters to live music, is struggling to keep the doors open.
I'm hoping that we get a good influx of people that are well behaved and that we make a little bit of money back, you know, try and help keep us afloat.
Just down the street,
It's really hard to prepare for anything.
Zoe Murray at Toulouse Dive Bar doesn't know what to expect this year either.
I'm just hoping it isn't like that the crowd knows what to expect and isn't too disappointed when they come here.
That may be exactly what happens. A source tells Eyewitness News to expect bar closures to be part of the city's Mardi Gras rules, set to be announced Friday. Those closures could last from February 12th through Fat Tuesday. A separate source tells Eyewitness News no final plans have been given to NOPD, but expects officers to be asked to man checkpoints and break up large groups.
I really am concerned about Mardi Gras.
Concern amped up when weekend crowds began gathering on Bourbon Street, something even the governor is responding to.
Quite frankly, it's irresponsible. It's selfish.
There's major concern that large crowds will be super spreaders for COVID-19 and COVID variants. The governor says officers and agents from state police, the fire marshal's office, and ATC will be in New Orleans, focused on enforcing restrictions. As far as locals and tourists looking to let the good times roll, think twice.
There's a good chance that someone travels in and brings the virus. And if they don't, there's a good chance when they go home, they're going to take it home with them.
None of us are really sure what any of the rules are day by day.
DeFelice and Murray will be paying close attention to those new restrictions, which the mayor says must be done.
It is a shared sacrifice, and it will continue to be a shared sacrifice until we get past this pandemic. We're not there.
Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
A source tells Eyewitness News there are several ideas being considered right now. Among them are plans to limit access to areas where crowds might gather, like the French Quarter or parts of Treme. Other ideas are aimed at curtailing liquor sales. Those could include a shutdown of bars and the revocation of those conditional use permits that allowed bars to operate if they were also serving food. It could also include a temporary ban on packaged liquor sales in certain areas. It's not known if that shutdown would be citywide or just in certain areas as well. Finally, restaurants would be allowed to operate at 50% capacity. It's important to note that the final details of the plan are still being worked out by the city, and those ideas could be modified or rejected altogether. Again, we are expecting Mayor Cantrell to announce the city's plans tomorrow morning. We will, of course, stream that live on our website, WWLTV.com, our social media pages, and, of course, our app.